What's up, everybody? Coach Taylor here at In the Zone Baseball and Softball Academy. So this is our outfield session that I promised you guys we were going to upload. I got Coach Mikey Ipp helping me out here today. So we're going to cover a bunch of different topics as it pertains to the outfield. But first thing we want to touch on, especially is the most common thing that kids are going to go out there and do with their parents, with their friends, is have a catch. All right, so we want to sort of demonstrate some of the proper throwing and catching mechanics and just some things for you parents to look for while you're having a catch with your kids or they're having a catch with their friends. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to have a nice light little toss. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to work on our hand-eye coordination. We're not trying to kill each other with the ball, right? We're just trying to be nice and easy, hitting our partner in the chest. One thing you're going to hear me say a lot through a lot of these videos is aim small, miss small. If I'm aiming for a small target, like today I'm going to use the logo on the front of Coach Mike's chest, that's my small target. I'm going to miss in a smaller area, right? If I'm aiming just for Coach Mike, I could miss in this area, all right? It's a much more broad area to miss, and that's going to make his life a lot harder when it comes to just making the next part of the play, right? So what we're going to work on right now is just a good distance, moving our feet as we catch the baseball and continuing to move our feet into and through our throws. Just so you guys can kind of see where our feet are, what our legs are doing, our arms are doing, all that kind of stuff. So just right here again, we're just aiming small, missing small, right here. I'm trying to catch the ball in the center of my body, so is he, and you'll see that we're moving our feet into our throw, okay? Now for an outfielder, you want to make sure you get that arm way up and follow through. Again, don't try to hurt anybody. You're pretty close together. You want to, again, make sure we're getting up and follow through. Center of the body, catch the baseball with 2 hands, and just toss it back to your partner. That's just a couple quick tips on just how to have a better catch, but let's get right into it. First thing we're going to work on right now is just our positioning and making sure that we're getting set in a good stance. We're having good footwork, okay, good first step, good prep steps, all that kind of stuff. All right, so the first drill we're going to do is a prep step drill. All right, all me and Coach Mike are going to do is he's going to back up to where he'd be playing the outfield. So Coach Mike goes to the outfield. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to have the baseball in my hand. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply raise my hand. From here, he's going to prep step and a little hop step in there, okay? We want to incorporate that hop step for just to get you guys moving, right? So for the outfield, it's a little bit different. That hop step is going to have more of a backward action. So you're going to see him prep step right foot, left foot because he's a righty. And then once that little hop step comes in, he's going to start to work backwards a little bit. So here again, I raise my hand, prep step, little hop step, and he's got that backwards movement going. Okay, we talked about in the previous videos that our first step should always be back in the outfield, right? And one of the hardest things is for kids to actually do that. So this is going to really help them get their feet in the right position and kind of kickstart that. So we're going to do this drill like 5 or 6 times. If you're doing this at a practice or if you're just doing this at home to work on it, you're going to want to extend that time. 10, 12, 15 repetitions depending on how old you are. But again, here it is. We're going to do 5 in a row on this one. Very good. And reset. Good. Reset. Good. Reset. Good. 4. Last one. Good. Awesome. Thanks, Coach Mike. So that's just working on our prep steps and getting our feet moving to start working to the baseball, okay? After that, we're going to get into our like ground ball type stuff. Now, what I like to do here is I like to do a standard baseball, meaning the ball is just sitting on the floor in front, so it's not moving, right? So what you're going to do here is you're going to instruct your players to go about, well, since you're in the outfield, you want to go about 10 feet behind the ball. And what we're working on running up, approaching the baseball, and dropping down to a knee or doing it in a do-or-die fashion. Okay, so the first couple, Coach Mike is going to just drop down to one knee. There's nobody on base in this situation. And again, we're doing this for repetition. We're trying to do this a couple of times in a row so that we can work on this. So again, I'm going to use the hand lifting, okay, to simulate his prep steps. And when I drop my hand, he's going to start approaching the ball. So I'm here. Coach Mike's going to prep step. I drop my hand. He approaches the baseball, drops down to that knee, and fields it in the center of his body. Good. And he can throw it back into me. I'm just going to give it to him. And you're going to repeat that about 5 or 6 times. So we're going to do it 5 times here again. parents or you coaches that are doing this, you can vary the times between dropping your hand. That time I took a little bit longer because I want to see his feet continue to move. I don't want my players to get flat-footed, so mix up the timings in there. You don't have to just go up and down right away. Good, we're going to go 2 more, coach. Good, last one. Awesome. So now we're going to do this in a do-or-die type situation, right? So the do-or-die situation, it's a little bit different, okay? He's going to start the same distance back, okay? I'm going to do the same hand motions, okay? And all he's going to do is just run up, attack the ball, but now he's going to field it off to the side of his body. A do-or-die situation is when there's a runner on base and he's trying to take an extra base. So in this situation, let's call it a runner on second. The hitter gets a base hit. The runner from second base is trying to score. And our outfielders, we want to instruct them to throw that guy out. So we're going to have them field the ball out to the outside part of their bodies, come up in throwing position and throw. Now, with this drill, you want to instruct your players not to touch the baseball, okay? What we're working on here is body control. We want to make sure that our players can control their bodies when approaching the ball so that they can catch the ball first. If we can't catch the ball first, we're only doing ourselves a disservice, okay? It's great that we're being aggressive, but we have to be smart aggressive, okay? So same protocol, we're going to raise our hand to prep step, drop our hand to insinuate action, and Coach Mike, you're going to see, is going to stop directly behind that baseball. After that, you'll hear me say go. When I say go, again, he's not going to touch the ball, but he's going to get up into that crow hop position, and he's going to demonstrate those nice, big, long arm motion we're talking about. All right, so check this one out for 5 reps. He's going to freeze in that position and go. He gets up into that throwing position, just like that. Okay, again, we're going to go 5 times. We have 4 more to go. Go. Very good. Go. 2 more, coach. Go. And on this last one, I'm going to have him go through the motions completely, still not touching the baseball, but now instead of stopping, he's going to touch the ground and go right into that throwing motion. Right through. Very good. So there's a drill that we like to do here just to warm up and get the blood going a little bit. They're called quarterback drills. All right, so we'll demonstrate a couple real quick. But again, it all depends on which side the player is going to stand on. And now this is where they're going to actually drop their heads and have to find the ball. So it makes it a little bit more challenging, but it's a great way to get these guys going. Now, one thing that I will say about these drills, especially with outfielders, I always encourage you guys to do these with either a tennis ball or a wiffle ball. Let your guys work on barehanded work. All right, it helps them focus on their hand-eye coordination. It just also makes them better athletes, and they have a little bit more fun with it. All right, for you older guys, you could definitely do these with baseballs, but for you younger guys, I strongly suggest tennis balls or wiffle balls because they're a little bit more bouncy, so it helps you guys work a little bit softer with your hands. But for the quarterback drills, very simple. All right, I'm going to stand right here in front. Coach Mike is going to face me. All right, when I say go, we've already determined which side he's going to drop step to. He's going to drop step, he's going to turn his head, he's going to run. When I say ball, he's going to turn his head only. You're not going to see him square up his body when he's looking for the ball because he doesn't know where it's going to go. That's going to force him to backpedal, and we never want to backpedal in the outfield. Okay? So when I say ball, it's going to instruct him to turn his head, find the baseball, get square to it, and always try to catch the ball coming back toward the field of play. We want to try not to drift, always get behind and work forward. Get behind and work forward. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of those real quick. I'm on this side, Coach Mike. Go. Ball. Good job. We'll do 2 on each side for just so you guys can see it. Go. Ball. Good. Remember, guys, always tell your players 2 hands when catching the baseball. Go. Ball. Good. Go. Ball. You can make it a little bit harder. You could have the baseball already up in the air. By the time you say turn, they have to now find the ball, have a little bit less reaction time. That's when you get a guy that's getting really good at this drill. You want to throw him off a little bit, you have him run, you throw the ball, you wait till the last second and yell ball. There's a bunch of different ways to do this drill. But that's the quarterback drill for going left or right. So now what we're going to talk about is working on coming in on fly balls. Okay? Now what you're going to notice is that we know that the player is going to have to come in. Right? They know that they're going to have to come in. But we need to maintain the same footwork, meaning we have to still prep step, we have to still drop step with the correct foot, because that's all about identification, and then we have to catch the ball properly. Right? So a lot of this today is built off of footwork, okay, which is going to set up your upper bodies and your gloves to make good catches. All right? But this one we're also going to focus on how we're going to catch the ball. All right, so coming in, there's two different ways to catch the ball. Above the eyes or below, all right? High fives and low fives. Anything that you can catch above your belly button, we want to work high five to the baseball. Anything below, we want to work low five to the baseball. And this is going to be a predetermined height. So we're going to do this first, okay? And I'm going to say to Coach, we're going to only do above. So he's going to be expecting the ball above his eyes to catch this way. He's going to be expecting the ball low to catch this way. And then you guys can mix it up as your player gets more and more comfortable with the drill and gets better at it. There's a whole bunch of different variations for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Coach Mike stand all the way back by where that white line is. And again, I'm going to raise my hand for him to prep step. I'm going to drop my hand for him to drop step. And then he's going to sprint in. So he's got to give me his two drop steps. And then he's going to sprint in toward me. And I'm just going to toss the ball for him to catch. All right, we're going to do 3 of these. Okay? Ready? He's coming in, he controls his feet, catches the ball at eye level, and then gives the ball back to me. Make sure with our outfielders we're getting at least 2 hops in the negative direction, okay? When you're in the outfield, the ball goes up in the air and it's very far away from the defensive players. Okay, so they have a lot of time to read the ball. I always tell my guys, I'd rather them take 1 more step back and then come in for the baseball. I'd rather the ball drop in than go over their heads. All right? 2 big drop steps, and then he comes in. Above. Now we're going to work below. So now this is more of like a shoestring type catch. These are a little bit more fun. Obviously, be careful. We're out on the pavement today. But if you're out on a dirt field, you're in your grass, you can have a little bit more fun with it, like diving plays or whatever you want to do. But again, same instruction. Now the ball is just low. Good job, Coach Mike. 1 more. So those are just some great drills you guys can do today, tomorrow, outfielders, infielders also. These drills are great for infielders. If you want to just be an overall better athlete, better baseball player, better softball player, you want to make sure that you're doing these drills regularly. And even if you're not, like I said, that position, you don't play that position, get out there and do them anyway. Have fun with it. Be active, especially since we're a little constrained right now, but go out there, have some fun with these things. These drills all, like I said earlier, can be done for baseball or for softball. Okay, you don't even need a baseball or a softball. You could do them with wiffle balls, tennis balls, anything to help build your hand-eye coordination, anything to help you work on different things. But guys, most importantly, it's about getting out there, enjoying the nice weather, okay, enjoying the time with your families. Go out there, have fun, be productive, and just get better a little bit every day. Thanks for watching, guys. More stuff coming tomorrow. We'll see you then.